With me is the Foreign Minister of Mauritius. So welcome to WION. My first question to you is the Indian Ocean region. It has seen several challenges. We have seen how the Red Sea situation has escalated as well. What is your country's view over the challenges emerging in the region?
Yeah, Indian Ocean region is becoming the center of attraction, the center of attention, not only in recent times, but I think for the past 10 years at least minimum, because of its strategic importance, because of the countries around the Indian Ocean rim. It is of critical importance. It is in this context that we are here gathered for the 7th edition of the Indian Ocean Conference, thanks to India Foundation. Of course, as you will see, it's not only about the situation in the Red Sea, but if you look at international trade, more than 50%, almost 60% of container traffic passes through Indian Ocean waters. It is becoming of strategic importance. If you look like the importance of fisheries for a country like Mauritius and for a country like Seychelles also, very, very important to have a very important strategic conversation about the Indian Ocean.
Do you think there will be a fallout of the Red Sea crisis on your country?
There will be consequences definitely on the maritime routes. The big shipping companies have understood something very clearly, loud and clear. Crisis has happened in the past, crisis is happening now, and it looks like there may be crisis in the future. And this, the last thing a businessman wants is crisis. So the maritime companies are thinking differently. What I foresee is maritime routes will become maybe longer, around the Cape of Good Hope, again, like in the 16th and 17th century, but the maritime companies prefer stability and predictability than unpredictable rising insurance premium, for instance. So for countries like Mauritius, with the harbour, it seems like history is repeating itself. Mauritius was known in the 16th, 17th century as a port of call, which led to Mauritius being called the star and key of the Indian Ocean. I think history is repeating itself. We are becoming once again the star and key of the Indian Ocean when it comes to maritime trade.
Sir, now coming to the bilateral aspect, how do you see India-Mauritius relationship going forward? India is an important development partner of your country. What is expected as well in the future?
No, India is not an important development partner. It is much more. In the words of Prime Minister Modi ji, the relationship between India and Mauritius is super special, and I think it has grown from a civilizational relationship of brotherhood linked to Indian immigration. I think it has reached strategic level. When you look at the issues being discussed now bilaterally between our two countries, we have gone far beyond bhaichara. We have come to strategic level discussions, and we thank India for the support on all the subject matters we have discussed in multilateral institutions, at the UN, at the WTO, you name it, and this partnership is forged in steel, I would say, and it's a relationship of blood, even at strategic level. I really look forward to the bilateral talks I'm going to have tomorrow with Minister Jaishankar to pursue the conversation we had initiated a bit earlier.
So my final question, the Ayodhya Ram Temple inauguration, we saw the break being declared by your country, the message by the Prime Minister himself. My first question in that aspect is, any plans by the leadership, by you, to travel to the Ram Temple in Ayodhya, and how do you see the Ram Temple, the inauguration happening in India?
Yes, this was a national event in Mauritius, as you must have followed in the media. In fact, there was also one socio-cultural group from Port Louis went to perform devotional songs for the inauguration in Ayodhya. They traveled from Port Louis, Mauritius, to Ayodhya. So insofar as official visits, this has to be planned with the government of India. So of course, we look forward to an official delegation from Mauritius we will plan it together with Government of India in the days to come or weeks to come.
Any plans by you to travel to Ayodhya?
I have plans to travel to New Delhi for Raisina Dialogue in some 10 days' time.
Yeah.
As far as Ayodhya, as I say, we will have to plan it in collaboration with the Government of India. We don't want to just go without consultation. We need to plan it properly, as we believe it's not only symbolical, but it will be a defining moment if we visit it officially. It will happen, I am sure it will happen, as it has happened for other spiritual sites in India.
So very briefly, one last additional question. India, France, Mauritius coming together in the Indian Ocean for its stability, because France is a country which is seen as a resident power in the region as well.
We have had partnership, India, France, Mauritius. You are, I am sure, aware of the International Solar Alliance, which was an initiative of Prime Minister Modi, but it was also together with France and Mauritius, the three initial signatories. So there is increasing importance at strategic level, and you will see another strategic alliance which is becoming more and more important is the Quad. And India has been instrumental in making this a reality. We are following very, very closely, as Mauritius being in the Western Indian Ocean region. We're following very, very closely on these strategic alliances and conversation, and we look forward to having conversations on those issues as well.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you
for speaking to WION here in Perth, and hopefully we'll meet in New Delhi as well. Thank you so much, sir. With video journalist Jeet Siddhant Sibal for WION in Perth, Australia.